We're with Diamondbacks All-Star A.J. Pollock. A.J., how you doing today?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
Good. Hey, how does it feel to have that All-Star on your resume?
Yeah, it's pretty neat. And most of the balls I'm signing for the people in the stands now, they want me to write first All-Star game on the ball, and it's exciting. Honestly, it was a very cool experience for me, and something I'm always gonna have. I'm never gonna forget that.
Now, I'm sure you've been asked this 100 times by now, but how special was it to not only experience the All-Star game, but go out there with your buddy Paul Goldschmidt?
Yeah, like you said, he's a buddy of mine. I've known him for seems like forever, but he came up through the system together, instructs, Double-A, and then now in the big leagues. And I went to a Double-A All-Star game with him, and now going to a big league All-Star game. It was a great experience. Him and his wife Amy. We've been very close. They're very close with my wife Kate, and it was just a very, very neat, unique experience. And to share that with Paul, and it was his third. It was my first. It was just very special. Everything about it.
Now, on the conference call when you were announced that you were an All-Star, you mentioned that you made your first call to your dad. You didn't want to call your mom because she was on a bike ride, but you reached out to your high school coach. In high school, you start to hone in on your skills. How important was it for you to make sure you contacted him, and how did he receive the fact that you made a point to contact him?
Well, he's been a very special person to me over the years. 6 a.m. hitting, he'd be throwing me BP every single day. He's just a great baseball guy, kind of instilled the hard work aspect, kind of a classic, kind of Northeastern kind of a baseball guy where doesn't look for any recognition, just loves the game, and, just wanted to work hard. And, I knew I had to call him. I called him up, and I invited him to the game, and, he had a huge clinic that he put together and that he usually does every year, and he said he couldn't come, and then he called me back and said, I'm not missing this. So him and his wife ended up showing up, and it was really special with them there. He's one of my closest people, closest mentors throughout the years. I'm really glad that I kept in touch with him.
Now, a couple of years ago, the Arizona Diamondbacks made a commitment to you when they traded Adam Eaton to the White Sox. How nice was it for you to actually have your first All-Star game in a Diamondbacks uniform?
So the question about Eaton and having them commit to me? Yeah. Oh, instead of being yeah. You know what? Yeah, I got drafted by these guys. They obviously showed, that they liked the way I played the game and picking me. And then, you feel very fortunate. There's a lot of turnovers, a lot of people coming and going, and knock on wood, but to this point, I've been very fortunate to be able to stay with these guys. I love the people in the organization. I love, from the training staff to the front office to the coaches and obviously my teammates. It's very special for me to be in a Diamondback uniform and be able to go to the All-Star game representing the Diamondbacks.
Now, you also pointed out in the conference call that players, your peers, reached out to you, congratulate you, also told you were pulling for you. Well, I'm actually bringing you a message. I had an interview with one of your former teammates, Xavier Nady, and he wanted to make sure to reach out and tell you congratulations. What does that mean, the fact that people are actually still talking and still want to reach out to you?
Yeah, that's cool. X was, I don't even think I played on a team with him. Honestly, I was coming up through this system and, as a guy who in the minor leagues, and he was a guy in the big league club here. Very well-respected veteran who's been around, and obviously he liked the way I went about my business. It's just really cool. Honestly, I've had a couple people. I didn't hear that one from Nady, but honestly, that's very neat. I think for me it kind of is a little different feel to it. Sometimes you don't always need the recognition, to go about your business and come to the ballpark and give you motivation. But it's been cool kind of seeing some guys reach out to me and say, hey, look, maybe some people have overlooked the way you play, but we really, there's a lot of guys that told me that they respected the way I go about my business and the way I play hard, and I didn't know, but that honestly was the reason why I made an All-Star game, so that's pretty cool.
Let's go ahead and talk about the team here. You guys are coming close and always getting so close to that 500 mark. We've had a little bit of a skid lately. What do we need to do differently, what do you need to do differently as a team to get there and then get over the hump?
Yeah, baseball's a tricky thing. You have so many games. Really, if you could just start playing consistent. I think we've had good stretches. We've had not so good stretches. there's really not one thing you could actually do to change things. I think you just keep going about your business. Don't let up. I think that's the hard thing is that you get frustrated and then you get some guys letting up. I don't think we're going to be doing that. I hope not. But I think if we keep plugging away and keep that same approach, if you have patience with it, I think good things will happen and obviously the wins will follow. But just not falling in the trap of giving up because of a tough stretch.
This is a nice young team. It's a never die, never quit team. So it's nice to actually cover you guys. You being in center field and being part of this, how nice is it to be part of that?
Yeah, no, it is. I've played on teams where you could feel some guys kind of letting up, and second half of the year maybe hey, they're looking towards the off season. I don't see anyone in our club like that. I think people are going to be playing hard, playing through the finish line, and when you play 162 games, I think if you don't play baseball, it's hard to really understand. You need so much mental strength and physical strength in order to have a whole collective group like this have the same mentality in order to have some success. And I think this team has it, and it's definitely a good environment to be around when everyone's like that.
We'll get you out of here on this. You got a new manager this year in Chip Hale. How's it been under his direction?
He's been great. Honestly, I don't think he gets enough credit for what he's done. He's definitely steered the team in the right direction. We've had tough times. He's brought the team together and really said the right things that kind of you always look for ways to push your team's buttons and get the most out of the team. And there's been plenty of times where we could have slipped up after a couple losses, and he's done a good job of getting us together and rallying us and trying to deal with the younger players and I think he's just been a very good energy and good mind for us, and he's going to be huge for us moving forward. I know he's going to have a lot of guys on the team that really respect what he does, and that's big.
Right, hey, thank you, and good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.